Hey, what is going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to restore your Suede steering wheel. This is my Sparco that I've had for, I believe, like 3 years. It's been on my simulator, so it's had quite a lot of use. As you can see, the Suede is completely pushed down, and right there on the left you can see that that's like the new Suede. And yeah, you can see how bad of shape that it is in. I was kind of hesitant to do this for a while just because there isn't that much information how to like completely clean and restore Suede steering wheels. There's like literally 0 videos on it. I mean, there might be like 1 or something, but I just kind of looked up information through forums and stuff like that. But anyways, this is the first thing I bought. I bought it off Amazon. It's a Suede brush. I believe I bought it for like $12, and the only reason why it was $12, as you're seeing here in a second, it comes with this Suede eraser, but I'm pretty sure just by using this thing, it's just a basic eraser, and I don't believe it's that great of a deal. You're honestly better just getting the Suede brush alone. That seems to be the better deal. So when I began using this Suede brush, I used it on an area where there isn't too much wear, and it seemed to be doing all right. As you can see here, I'm using the actual bristles just because the Suede was all pushed down, and that's of course the first thing I did is try to use the bristles to kind of bring it back up. But I found that the actual rubber bristles on the other side did a pretty good job at just kind of making the Suede more uniform, but it definitely was not exactly what I needed for my situation because my wheel was in such bad condition as far as the Suede. It just wasn't exactly doing it. I would recommend this brush if you need to like maintain your Suede steering wheel. Like, this is probably something you should do like every week. It's just use one of these brushes on your Suede steering wheel, and that'll prevent such damage like the damage on my steering wheel. So I'm just gonna let this play, and you can kind of see how I'm using this brush to fix the Suede. So as you can see here, the rubber bristles weren't exactly holding up. I was using it pretty hard just because the Suede was so pushed down. I felt like I needed to go pretty hard on the brush. And at this point, I realized I needed a steel brush. I went to Home Depot. These things are pretty cheap. I got a small and a big one. One's, I believe, just steel, and the other one's brass. This is something that I should have just bought in the first place. You really need those really tough bristles to kind of get that napping back in the Suede. I was just working in that area where my hand has been for a long time with that Suede brush, and it was just not doing the job right. So as you can see here, I began using the steel brushes. So, oh, I should also mention, you can see here, I'm using the actual rubber bristles on the Suede brush. And that's probably the best part about that brush that makes it worth it. It's those little rubber bristles on the end of that brush do a very good job in making the Suede more uniform and kind of finalizing, I guess is the right term to use. Because using those steel brushes, it kind of like almost looked like it scratched the Suede, but that's kind of a good thing. And then using those rubber bristles kind of smoothed it out and made it look kind of in a more new shape, if you will.
Just like
So this is the kind of the final product after doing a ton of brushing. Like, this entire restore took me about probably 6 hours. It's very tedious and you're just sitting there with the brush just constantly going at it. It was definitely worth it though, in my opinion, and it does depend on how the condition of your suede, how long it's going to take. Like, in some of the spots that was very light damage, it didn't take very long to fix, but in the areas where my hand spent most of the time, where it was all flat, it took a very long time. So as you can see here, this is one of the problems I had. Some of the suede actually kind of dried up. You can kind of see how just dry it looks, and it's noticeable. Like, the suede is just a lighter color. And just looking on forums, a solution to this problem was using baby oil. I was a little hesitant with this at first, but I just decided to do it anyways. This is optional. In my opinion, you'll see at the very end of this video with the final kind of, the finished product of this. And it honestly didn't really make too much of a difference. It darkened it, but the spots are still noticeable. I mean, you'll see in the video, it looks like it completely restored it, but in person, you still definitely notice the dry spots. So this part of the video, you can do it if you want, but I honestly wouldn't recommend it because the baby oil is like $6. In my opinion, it was not worth it. I even tried using the brushes to kind of see if it was kind of bringing the suede back to life, but it didn't at all, so eh. Alright, well, this is the final product as I was talking about. It looks noticeably different, like the light spots aren't there anymore, but in person they definitely are. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like it, whatever. It's kind of the first video out there of restoring a suede steering wheel so you don't have to buy a new one. So yeah, peace. Thanks for watching.